What up?
Yeah.
We in here. We
in the building. In the building.
Like swimwear.
Triad Hip Hop Podcast. What's up, y'all?
I know y'all was like trying had like tissues and shit for the was it the Prince and them got married today?
Whatever, Prince Diane, Meghan
everybody's
Markle
like, everybody's
Harry.
like, oh, it's so beautiful.
Right.
I mean, I ain't mocking it. I'm not. I mean, I might be, but it's just like other.
I mean, I'm happy for him, but
I'm happy for him, but it don't help me.
Yeah, I don't need it all day on the TV. You know what I mean? They spent like 6 hours on that junk. I was like, come on.
It's like, damn, roaches get married too.
Right.
Kinda.
So I was over it, man. I was like, y'all can have that. Let me jump on in here, make sure I'm live with y'all too.
She's attractive though. I mean, he picked a good,
I didn't realize she was
about Rachel. Oh. What up, Dominic? What up, son? We up in here. Here we go.
All right,
we back. Sorry about that.
Paid a few bills. We back.
Few bills.
I put 5 on it. So
I put 5 cents. You know how we do. So yeah, man. I mean, like I said, didn't do anything for me.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm happy for him as far as the whole royal wedding, but it don't make or break my life, so I'm good.
Nah.
Do you, and I'm gonna do me. All that time y'all spending watching the wedding, I was working on my new book, so I got more important stuff to do.
I was working. Working in the field. Get on that line! Tote that!
I know that's right.
Yeah, go on there and tote all that stuff down. Get the tote.
All right, I'm in the room with y'all.
All right. And then we're gonna ask some more folks. Oh, let me throw on the music and just bear with us. A little classic. You know what I'm saying? Because my man has seen it all, been through it all. Dang, it's been about a year since he's gone, man. Rest in peace. Shout out to Bob D. Rest in peace, bro.
Yeah, rest in peace,
Real
Prodigy,
talk,
man, because it's been right at a year since he died, you know what I mean?
Well, next month.
Well, yeah, it was in June of last year, but pretty much just a year, and, it's still something hard to think about, you know what I mean? Because we need groups like that. There we go.
Oh, there we go. We back. Shout out to Melly Mel too, because everybody, if you don't know the sample of this song, this is White Lines.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Don't do it, freeze. Fishing, feel passion.
All right,
we back.
We back.
Paid a couple bills.
One more time. Or as y'all say, one more again.
One more again.
We appreciate y'all being patient with us.
Yeah,
it's the internet is not our friend right now, but we gonna get it right in a minute.
Yep. Dang, hold on. Might be. Let me see if I can. It might be the. Okay, go back to that.
Alright, we back.
We back. Oh.
Good old Spectrum.
Yep. Which one?
Joiner. Nah, not the 5G. They canceled that. It's another one. Scroll down so you see another one that says Joiner.
I should have it. Oh, okay, there it goes. There it goes. Okay, let's see.
Instagram.
Oh, Lord. Got us new joke going around, Charlie Murphy.
Yo.
What the 5 fingers say to the face? Smack!
Yo, that's one of my favorite joints right there, man. That boy just jumped him out of nowhere. Charlie Murphy.
Yeah, and I hit him in the face too, and left that dent in that old black head of his. And unity in the face, man, for a week, man. Unity.
Yo, Eddie Murphy does such a good Charlie Murphy. He was doing him on one of the talk shows. I can't remember what it was, but
I think it was the old man. You know that man with that beard, bald.
Leatherman?
No, not Leatherman. It was the people. Everybody talks to him.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Everybody talks to him.
Yeah, I forget his name, but I know he's.
You know, because Chappelle, they do the little conspiracy things. Chappelle's on there.
Yeah.
And they're talking about everybody got to be somebody to talk to. You know what I'm talking about? It's like the.
Well, yeah, he sounds just like him. I was like, dang, I know y'all brothers, but man, he sounds like he was in a way so you would not have known the difference.
Oh, dang. Hold on. There we go. Now we're getting ready to light. Had to cut off the music a little bit, y'all, because it got serious. It got serious.
I still hear the music in my head, so I'm still bopping to it.
Yeah, we still getting. Hope everybody got their tissues and. What up, Red? What up? Dang, it still won't let me. It won't let me send all those. So let me go back. Let me see if I can cut this on. And then I'm gonna cut this off. And then bam! There we go. We're back.
I got a quick question for y'all. So I know everybody heard about this this recording from earlier this week, the whole Yanni versus Laurel thing.
Oh.
So what was y'all hearing when y'all heard it? Because at first I heard one thing and then I heard another, but then eventually I got to a point where I can actually hear both, and I got it now. You know what I mean? So it is one recording and it's not fake or anything like that, but I can actually hear both. So what about you? What can you hear?
Actually, at first, because my girlfriend, she played it first for me. At first, I heard Yanni.
Yeah.
But then, see, I had these on too. I had these headphones. And when I took them off, I heard Laurel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, at first, they played it on the news one morning. I think it was maybe Monday morning. And I heard both. They was like, what do you hear? And when they first played it, I heard Yanni, and then they immediately played it again, and I immediately heard Laurel. And I was like, are you sure that's not two different recordings? And then after that, another show played it later on in the day when I got home from work, and then all I could hear was Yanni. And I was like, okay, I'm only hearing Yanni now, so what's going on? So, and people was like, no, I'm hearing Laurel. And I'm like, okay, I need to get this right. So I went on YouTube and found a loop of it for like 3 minutes, and I was like, okay, I'm still hearing nothing but Yanni. So, let me try and listen for Laurel. So I kept kind of repeating to myself, Laurel. And finally I was like, okay, I hear it now. So I can actually hear both.
Yeah.
So if any of y'all want to chime in on that, let us know what you heard, if you heard it, if it was even on your radar.
Oh, here we go. Now, we gotta do this real fast.
Well, Dominic, that wasn't on the radio, fam. It was just somebody put it on YouTube.
It was
a YouTube video
Yep.
where somebody had played a clip from their voicemail. It was a voice message that was left by a robotic voice. And so sometimes if you listen to it close, it sounds like the voice is saying the word Yanni. And then sometimes if you hear it from a different perspective, it sounds like they're saying Laurel. So everybody was trying to figure out what was it really saying. And I posted it in the Triad Hip Hop podcast page. So check it out. You know, see what you hear. But it was just an interesting thing to see, because it's I think it's based on your perception. And so, you know, it's one of those things where if you are thinking a certain way, you're going to hear a certain word. But if you're thinking a different way, you're going to hear a different word. But the actual recording, the true recording was the word Laurel. It wasn't Yanni. It was actually Laurel. It's just that because of the pitch of the recording, sometimes it sounds like Yanni.
Yeah.
Just because of the device.
Okay, sorry about that. We back. Sorry about that. We had to put another quarter. We had to put another little quarter in the joint.
What up, Johnny?
What up? Alright, so that's everybody in here. I'm gonna cut this off real quick. Alright, so
yeah.
Let me run that beat back since we got cut off, man. I gotta let that rock. So let's talk about this. This is America. Everybody else is gonna talk about it. Everybody watched about a couple times and trying to like rewatch it and see what they saw. One, I thought it was a good video.
Yeah.
It was definitely something different. It was. I wouldn't say it was necessarily like a response to Kanye. It was like what he said in TMZ. But I will say this. I mean, I think it's good that they're both out there trying to get this conversation going.
Right.
Because I think that's really what it's about. You know, I mean, whether you love one, hate the other, hate one, love the other. It's good that they're getting this dialogue out.
Yeah. It was a good video, and you know, at first I didn't catch a lot of the stuff that was going on in the video, but I had to go back and rewatch it, and I was like, okay, I kind of got the gist of it in the beginning, but once I went back and just really analyzed everything, I was like, okay, I got you.
But yeah, it was clever that he was really the distraction. I mean, I know everybody done heard that, but basically you have to pay attention to everything in the background. So, you know what I'm saying? That way you can, you know what I'm saying? To see everything that's going on. Tom McDonald.
Who's Tom McDonald?
Who is Tom McDonald? This is hip-hop, sir. This ain't no Ronald McDonald like Rhyming Factory, son. It's hip-hop, son.
Yeah, help us out. We don't know who that is. So, you know, let us know who that is so we can figure out if we know it. But right now, we just talking about the Donald Glover, Childish Gambino video, This Is America. And to me, I guess my take on it is really the whole thing about America just being distracted by, you know, all these fads, dances, and phones and things like that. And we're missing the bigger picture a lot of times, because even though we're aware that a lot of stuff is going on in the background, we choose not to do anything. A lot of us choose not to do anything, and that's where we mess up. When I was growing up, not too many people stood by and watched something happen. But nowadays, you either try to record it just so you can put it on World Star, or you avoid it because you don't want no trouble. You know what I mean? And that's what I really take away from it. It's just a big distraction, you know what I mean, for me anyway, that he was talking about that in general.
Agreed. And then, like a lot of stuff, there was the empty car, well, not the empty car lot, but the car lot with him dancing on top of the car.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's gone, but it basically like symbolizes, you know, you got all this materialism, but what is it worth? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah, because they had little kids in the background shooting money into the air. Other scenes where they was on their phones.
Filming.
And
their mask.
Right, in their mask. And then there's one time where somebody rides through the background on a horse, and it's supposed to be like death. Kind of like what they talk about in the Bible about the apocalypse, about death riding in on a horse. So that was really interesting. And then, of course, the shootings in the video were very interesting to me, especially the church one. You know,
everybody thought. Well, at least I thought back to the South Carolina incident.
Yeah, I really wasn't sure, but I get that now. I get that vibe from it once I went back and watched it. So, but I think he's also saying that the church has to wake up and be more proactive itself. You know what I mean? Because I'm not a Christian myself. You know what I mean? I'm Muslim, and so in the Muslim community, we're a little more proactive about stepping up and trying to do stuff for the community. So I guess I feel like he's saying maybe the church is not doing enough. Or I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but
well, honestly though, I believe in God. I can't really say I go to a Christian type church.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because people might think like, oh, well, this guy's like blasphemous. But, I just don't consider myself a Christian. More and more that I look into things and think about stuff, it's like, nah, I don't think I could go that right. Because, Jesus really wasn't a Christian either, so.
Right. It was actually Jewish.
So, figure that out.
I mean, the term Christian didn't come until later on, but either way, that's a whole nother topic. No disrespect to anybody.
No.
You know what I mean? We just saying, it's one of those things we could talk about that for hours on end. But yeah, I mean, I believe in God. I just choose to follow the path of Islam, and how it teaches about God. That's just my choice.
Well, going back to that, though, I mean, since we're talking about religion, so religion should, jump down through, down people's throat and like, oh, you gotta do this, but
right.
I mean, they should be helping the people, and it seems like, especially with these incidents with the church shootings and all this stuff, and things like that, like, they should be stepping up to like, hey, we need to take care of these people. We need to protect these people. You ain't really hear any evangelists or anything like that, especially, talk about stuff like that. You don't hear anybody talking about, dang, this is bad, this is what's happening in the black community. You don't hear evangelists talk about that. I mean, not to, true. You know what I'm saying? I mean, now, there might be a few in between, but, most of them, they just trying to pimp everybody and, like, you pass this money up and, Jesus will save you. But you don't, you might die because, well, not might die, but, something bad will happen to you because you don't give that 10%. Malachi 3:8.
Yeah. And let me just say this, I see that Dominic asked, what's this got to do with hip hop?
Everything.
This is stemming from the video. I don't think you've watched this video that we're talking about from Childish Gambino called This Is America. And it has a part in there where some church choir gets shot up. And so it has a lot to do with it. This is from a hip hop song. So if you would, you got to look at some of these videos that we share in the Triad Hip Hop podcast.
Mm-hmm. But
it ain't really about the news. You know what I mean? It's just about, anything that's related to the culture. You know what I mean? We're talking about hip hop as a culture and how, sometimes it does go into the violence and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, but yeah, so, in the video, there's a group of church choir people that's singing and doing their little praise, worship and all that in the background, and turns around and shoots them out of nowhere.
With a machine gun.
Yeah. So I think he's more so, trying to give us that, there's a lot of things going on because, you know, you got a big thing with gun violence and school shootings now. It's almost like...
Oh, speaking of which, the little shooting in Texas that happened. What was it? Not yesterday. It was yesterday.
It was yesterday, yeah.
Yeah.
It was yesterday morning, and I think it's like people feel like that's a part of their thing now. I got to shoot up the school if I want to either make a name for myself or, you know, either I'm copying somebody or I'm trying to get revenge on somebody and stuff like that. And it don't have to come to that.
And it's crazy too, because like it seems like even if the actually to me, and I don't mean to sound racist, but it seems like when these white shooters and stuff come up and shoot the school and stuff, they get more fame than the victims. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just ridiculous, man. Well, I take that back because like those Chechen dudes, the Boston
Marathon.
Yeah, the mug got the Rolling Stone cover. You remember that? Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, man, got the Rolling Stone cover.
This is America. You see what I'm saying? The best. There we go.
We back.
Thank y'all for hanging in there with us.
Man. We're gonna beat up some Spectrum representatives.
Yeah, man. You know,
just joking.
But like you said, you know, it's like, I don't want to sound racist or anything like that, but the white kids who shoot up the schools are treated very differently than the black offenders. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or the innocent black people.
Yeah.
The people that get mowed down, like Eric Gardner, and everybody, them folks. Like, we got to pull his record so we can blame him for something. Well, he stole chewing gum with his five.
Right.
Okay, so you really going to execute man for that because he did like a petty crime?
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just. I mean, I can understand you're a menace to society. I can get that, but like petty crime, it's just ridiculous. But shoot. Yes, and actually I did see that. I seen bits. I seen parts. I haven't seen the whole thing. I couldn't really watch the whole thing.
Yeah, this is America, and that's why you need to watch that video by Childish Gambino. It's called "This Is America" because this is the kind of stuff he's talking about. That we have to deal with every day, and you try to really call cops and all of that because somebody's speaking Spanish. Then you had the other video where the lady called the police because some black people were having a picnic and
a barbecue
using charcoal
in a designated area that had barbecue.
So it's
the white lady of that video tripped me out. The one that recording trying to respect my thoughts. I would die.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. But it's really sad that that's what's taking over America. People have this. I don't know what it is, but it's like we're turning into a fear-based society where people are so scared of every little thing that they feel like they got to call the cops about everything. What is somebody speaking Spanish? How is that hurting you?
Yeah, or somebody going to sleep from doing homework.
Right. Somebody falls asleep in the commons area.
Yeah.
And you call the cops?
Call the cops.
I mean, this is all just this week.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's the most harmless thing you can do. Like, I'm going to take this nap. But, I mean...
Exactly. I don't even know what's worse, the barbecue or the commons area sleeping.
Yo.
You know what I mean? Or even Spanish talking. I mean, somebody just, sitting by you, hola, mi amigo. Oh, I don't like that. Let me get my phone.
Oh my God, we got to build that wall quick.
Right.
They're coming in.
Man, it's unbelievable to me that we live in this society. It makes me not want to live here. And I don't know if that's what they're trying to do, is just get us to finally leave. But, you know what I mean? You brought us over here. Don't try to push us out now.
Man, they trying to do something. I'm telling you, man. It's a whole... Man, and honestly, I feel it's a spiritual thing. I mean, as far as just what's going on, it's just like, I think it's just that clash.
Right. So, Dominic, I definitely encourage you to go check out that video it's got a lot of hidden messages about, you know, the state of America. It's not even the state of the world. It's just America. This is America, and this is the kind of foolishness that we deal with. You know, and you know, you got all these incidences in 1 week of people calling the cops over foolishness. You know what I mean? Somebody calling the cops over somebody barbecuing.
And then the thing that makes it kind of make me furious about that is, here it is, you wasting a call for something that, you know, somebody might have had some real danger.
Yeah.
And now you waste that call because of your fear.
Yeah, that's taxpayer money. Every time you call the police,
yeah.
Police aren't just using up gas. They got to get a certain amount of pay every time you call 911.
So, I mean, I would be livid if I was, you know what I'm saying? If I was somebody who's responding, I would be livid.
Yeah, man.
And I would be trying to hit them up with fines. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're endangering other people's lives by using. I mean, I'm surprised no one ain't really making that point. I mean, I think someone has.
Right.
They probably have, but I just haven't heard it.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Did you see the video with the dude who the lady called the cops on him because he was in front of the house next door, but he was a real estate agent? Yeah. Man, come on, dude. I mean, he's a real estate agent, and he come to check on his property, and you call the cops, and still, when the cops got there, she still wouldn't leave the idea alone. She was like, okay, fine, he can go over there and do what he got to do, but just tell him to hurry up. The cops was like, no, he ain't got to hurry up either. He can take his time. Yeah, even the cops was like, you sound foolish. And if you keep going, we're going to come back and arrest you. Yeah, you know what I mean? You calling the cops just because you see a man at the next door house just standing in front of the house.
The man's in a suit and a tie. He probably trying to break in.
Right.
With a suit and a tie.
Right.
He's a pushy salesman. Very pushy, aggressive salesman.
It's man, that just, and it's a shame that so much of that stuff just happened over the past week.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Crazy.
So, but you know, we gonna try to keep it hip hop because I don't want to get too frustrated about all this stuff. Talking about all that stuff, man, it does, you know, kind of strike a nerve. You know what I mean?
Yo, it's just ridiculous, man.
All right.
Okay, we back. So beat up a Spectrum representative to get this shit back on.
We finally here, so you know we gonna keep it 100 and keep it hip hop. So
yeah, so I'm excited about another chapter in Luke Cage.
Yeah,
Bulletproof dude from Harlem, son, getting it in, knocking the drug dealers out. You know what I mean? Just straight super, just going through like bang, 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 bang. Yeah.
So yeah, another season of Luke Cage is about to start. And it was a really good show, man. I have to admit, I was wondering if they were going to be able to really do good with that. And you know, I didn't watch it at first, but after about a
what's up? We promise we back. Okay. All right. Now Kurt, we back, but Kurt had to go and beat up the other Spectrum representative to get our internet going. So, I'm sorry. This has just been the weirdest, bizarrest. Anyway, we talking about Luke Cage.
Bizarro world.
Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, boom, boom, boom.
Had to handle some business.
Yes. So, but yeah, man. So, basically, you know what I'm saying? You got the whole Luke Cage thing, man. And, I don't know if you saw the preview, but oh man, they use like Rakim's on. I ain't no joke.
Oh, you know I love it, man, because you know they did the whole Gangstar thing.
Yeah, with the title. I don't know what the title is going to be for this time.
Yeah,
I hope they keep it that way.
Right.
Like maybe not Gangstar, but maybe they use like Wu-Tang or somebody.
Yeah, something like that.
I hope they do. I hope they do that.
Yeah, because those themed episodes, you know. I was wondering if when I saw the first episode, I was like, well, that sounds like a Gangstar title. Then I saw the second, I was like, okay, so they kind of got a theme going.
Yeah, it was
so
tight.
That was kind of cool. They
incorporated
hip-hop into
That was tight. So, yeah, so I hope they do that. And then on the last little bit of preview, they did Annie Up, MOP. So, and it just, yo, man, I think this is definitely going to be good. So my question I'm going to pose to you, Curtis, and everybody out here in internet land. who reps hip hop more? Who reps as far as like the black superheroes go? You got Black Panther, you got Black Lightning, and Luke Cage.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, if I had to really say, to me, it would be Luke Cage because of that. You know, the episodes are themed after hip hop. Plus, they play a lot of hip hop during the show. So
that mural Biggie.
Yeah, so it's like you can't really beat that. Now, Black Panther had a little hip hop going on, but they didn't really focus as much as Luke Cage does, in my opinion.
No, they do have. I think I will say about as far as Black Lightning goes. As far as the music, especially like the first couple of episodes, they definitely had like, I wouldn't say like hip hop music, but it had some hip hop esque, like you can hear like some of the shit was sampled. Right. Like, they had like that Al Green song and that shit, and that second episode, whatever. What? But I mean,
they did good with that. I have to admit.
Yeah, but they didn't have. But like what you said, Luke Cage, they didn't have a lot. You know, I think it was like really heavy hip hop.
Yeah, I think Luke Cage, they were purposely trying to really have a hip hop essence to it. You know what I mean? You know, so because I mean, it's like Black Panther was good for me. For Black as a whole, and it's more so good for Black culture because it was really uplifting, positive, showed Black people in a positive light, and
didn't have I mean, it had hip hop. You had Kendrick. Had Kendrick Lamar doing the soundtrack. But as far as like the streets, Luke Cage.
Yeah, Luke Cage is
in my opinion.
So I'm excited about that, man. You know, if y'all haven't seen it, you might want to go back and binge watch Luke Cage on Netflix, because that's from superhero comic books, and a lot of y'all might not have been able to see it. So it's
my
really
favorite scene was like when they were playing "Bring the Ruckus," and that motherfucker they would start shooting them, and then and the bullets just bouncing off. I'm like, yo, man did that right, yo, man, that's perfect. Cause that was hard. Cause like when that hit like that, I was like, oh my god, yo.
Yeah, man.
Yo, I gotta watch that again.
Right. I was just thinking the same thing. I might have to go back and watch that again.
Damn.
Making me think about Gangstar. You know, that's the Guru.
Yeah, that's
you know. I still feel the pain from him being gone. Man. I mean, he was real big in the hip hop world. I mean, the combination of him and Primo. Man, and it's like he wasn't like the greatest lyricist in the world, but he has such a, you know, just raw hip hop thing about him where he was just like, no, I don't want mine cut with nothing. He had that EPMD vibe where everything was just, we want this to be real hip hop, real underground and raw, you know what I mean? And he also did that Jazzmatazz album. That was dope.
I need to get that.
Yeah, that was dope, man. I love the joint he did with Shaka Khan. That was really nice too.
Speaking of albums, we got a question we want to post to everybody in the audience. What is the first hip hop record that you bought or obtained?
Yeah. What's the first ever hip hop either record, whether it was on cassette tape, CD, or records, you know, because for me, I'm a little older, so I go back to the records. So my very vices. All right,
we had to beat the whole entire spectrum. So
all right, had to roll my sleeves up, fuck a few MCs up. So anyway, my first record that I owned was a song called "Jam on It" by Nucleus. It was like from 1983, and it was just a single. But it was on wax, you know what I mean?
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom.
That was a joint right there. It's like I can still hear that right now and actually rock to that. And that's from like 82 or 83. You know what I mean?
Introduce myself. My name is Boogie B. And I'm sure not. I forgot how.
Yeah,
Jam on Production MC.
Exactly. So, you know, that was like the first, I think, song that I had on, but I think maybe the first.
Okay, here we go. We back.
All right, so
We really, man. Look, man, we had to beat up the whole Spectrum sound to get 5 minutes, Dominic. That's what we gotta do.
Right.
We had to go up there and like
I think my first full album, I think might have been Audio 2, Top Billing. And then after that, I think it was MC Light. But that was the first full album. What about you?
Most sampled song in hip hop. Most sampled hip hop song in hip hop. Top Billing.
Top Billing, yeah.
Because, I mean, it's like everywhere.
Yeah, man. Everybody has sampled that.
My first hip hop album, which was bootleg, back in '96. That was a good time. Because you heard her.
On that CD tone.
Okay, we back. We sorry about the interruption.
We're so sorry, y'all.
But DJ Cool.
Yeah, DJ Cool. Yeah, man.
Look, man. Look, Dominic, man, don't make me jump through the damn thing. I don't want to choke out our supporters.
We don't need you to keep reminding
We don't really
us.
remind. We know.
We doing our best.
Don't tell everybody, man. Damn. We rub sticks together and make shit work, alright?
Exactly.
Damn. Anyway.
How about you tell us what your first hip hop album was, Dominic, instead of all of this?
Yeah, tell us what the first hip hop album that y'all bought. That's for anybody out here.
Yeah,
first hip hop album that you bought. Or have cop.
Yeah, even if it was just a single, not even a whole album. It
Oh,
was an album or single. Anything.
Oh, my favorite single though was Bone Thugs and Harmony back in the day. They had, remember when it came out with Crossroads? Mm-hmm. Well, there was another version of Crossroads and stuff, right?
What up, Raphael?
What up? So they had another version of Crossroads. Even though you're long. Yeah, we back. Okay, Curtis is getting ready to fix something. He's taking the hammer out to fix the internet, so we apologize. So basically, first, I was talking about Bone Thugs and Harmony. I don't know if anybody remember that Crossroads. They had 2 versions for that song. Yeah, so he just straight up beat up the Spectrum people.
But anyway, so yeah, I never knew they had another version.
Yeah, they had 2 versions.
That's what's up, man.
They had like the one that they did for like the singles and for the video, but they had another one. So even though you're long, you still got love from bone. No nigga, this rest your soul. You see you at the crossroads. Word. Yo, it went hard, yo.
Wow.
I like that. About like that. I don't know. I like both versions. I think I give that one a slight edge because it was kind of just deeper to me. But
that's what's up, man. I'm gonna have to check that out, man. Yeah, Bone Thugs, man, they always did their thing, man. I liked them because they were different. You know what I mean? They just had such a unique style about them. You know, you really couldn't deny them. You know what I mean?
Coolio Gangsta Paradise. That was the album, or just that one? Oh, just the song.
Yeah, that was a good song. Did you just have the song, Dominic, or did you have the whole album?
Think about it, man. Coolio was big at one time. Biggie was trying to be big as Coolio at one time.
Exactly.
And Biggie's gonna have a birthday Monday. Happy birthday, Biggie. B-I-G-I-G-I-I-E. Biggie.
B-I-G-G-O. What you say? B-I-G. How you say it? B-I-G-P-O-P-P-A. No info for the D-E-A. Yeah, so happy early birthday, Biggie.
Yeah.
All right, so we got that out the way.
Bam. So, but yeah, man.
But anybody still watching, if y'all, whatever our question was, what was the first hip hop record or album that you ever purchased or owned or whatever? So if anybody missed that, chime in on that with us.
Yeah, shoot. I still, now as far as like DJ Cool, that was like my first one, but as far as like official album, I can't even think, man. I had so much.
Yeah, me too, man. I had a collection going, man. Oh, okay. You had the soundtrack. Yep, that was from that movie.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So yeah, that was a good movie too. So
I never seen the movie, but do you remember the TV show they spin off of that?
I remember, but I didn't watch it.
It was very I seen bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, I forgot about that until you just said it.
Yeah, they spin off of the TV show.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, see, when I came up through all eras of hip hop. When hip hop first came out, everything was on records, wax records, and some of it was even on 8-track.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So I knew about all that. I didn't own any 8-tracks. My older brothers had some, but when hip hop first came out, I didn't buy anything till it came out on records. And then we got into tapes. Then of course tapes went into CDs, and CDs went into MP3s now. And nobody cares about buying anything anymore. Everybody just downloads everything for free.
But now vinyl's actually coming back though. A lot of groups recording vinyl now. Kevin Merrill knows about this. My man Kevin, shout out to you, man. But a lot of groups are going back to vinyl, just recording, and they have like these big record release,
right?
And they come out and people buy them.
Yeah, a lot of DJs I notice are still buying them, and that's cool, man. I mean, because they don't really have record stores down here like that. Well, they have a few, but it's harder to find them down here.
I got a good deal. I'll tell you about that. My good deal, had like 8 crates of vinyl records for $70.
Oh, wow.
And a trunk.
Wow.
Had like a trunk, a case. They're all in my garage. My record player kind of messed up, so I'm gonna try to get me like another record player. And I need to just go through those records. But they were bought by a DJ, used them, so some of them are kind of just skilled. Yeah, because they had what is it? What's the name of that? Oh, looking at the front door, Main Source. Main Source. Yeah, I played that, and it was just skipping. It's like, he probably used. This was probably like a scratch he had right there, like.
Right. And Raphael, we haven't seen that. I know I haven't seen it. He said he had his first UFC match on last Saturday, so we'll have to check that out. I'll go check that out, man. I haven't seen that. Congratulations to you. Whether you win or lose, no matter.
You're a winner in our eyes, man.
Yeah, man. That's big. So congratulations for that. But yeah, so Main Source was one of the albums I had early in the hip hop days.
Breaking out.
That was early 90s.
Just hanging out.
As far as the 80s, I think all the stuff that I had in the 80s was like Sugar Hill Gang, Grandmaster Flash, Furious 5. Big Daddy Kane's first album was 88. I got that. Biz Marquis' first album was 88 or 87. I think it was 87, so I got that. Was one of my favorites. People be sleeping on Biz, man, but his first album would get any party jumping, man. I'm telling you.
Yo, the other album I used to have, I Need a Haircut.
Yeah.
Actually, that album's famous for one thing. And one thing about that album is they had a sample. I'm alone again.
Oh, okay.
Naturally. Well, he didn't get clearance for it.
Yeah,
and he got sued.
Yeah.
I used to have that album.
Oh, okay.
And guess what happened in my religious experience? What? I threw that damn album away.
Wow.
You know how much fucking money that shit's worth?
Right.
And my dumb ass like, oh no, I'm just gonna throw it.
Right. And we all went through that, man. Just thinking, hey, I don't need it anymore. I threw away at least $300 worth of music one time.
Man, I'm heated because that album is worth I had that album. When they re-released that album
it with a new version.
They cut that song out.
Right.
And then the next album was his all samples clear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah,
but that was a good album. I Need a Haircut is actually a good album. It has some good posse joints.
Yeah.
God, man.
Yeah, man. He had some good stuff, man. I in the 80s, man, we're going to do an 80s themed show, you know, pretty soon. I don't know. We might do it next week. We're not sure. But we're going to do an 80s show.
Sure.
We just focus on the 80s and how good the music was and how it influenced us. And I know I had MC Light from the 80s. I had Audio 2, Big Daddy Kane, Slick Rick. His first album was in the 80s.
We might need to do, you know what we might need to do in the 80s? Like one time, we might need to revisit some 80s beefs.
Oh yeah. We can do that too.
Oh
80s,
god,
that can be part of that whole episode, man.
Yo, we gotta do that.
But we gonna play nothing but 80s instrumentals, and we're gonna talk about 80s music from hip hop and the beefs that went on in the 80s, like the Roxanne, all of that stuff, man.
Cool J versus Cool D.
Yep, that was
a big one.
I still to this day, you know what? I'm gonna save it for that episode, because that's the one that I always want to talk about. The Cool J and Cool D thing. It really just I'm frustrated.
Listen, what in the world? You sound like Cheryl Pearl. I listened to that today, yo. He sounds like Cheryl Pearl. Yeah. Shout out to LL though, right, man. Cause God, yo, yeah, I mean, for him to really, I had to give it to him, man. For him to really, like, you know, be up against like those MCs back in the day. Yeah. I mean, I know things were definitely different back then, but you know, him to do that, and he pioneered like the love rap songs and things like that. I mean, good, man. Shout out to LL. Yeah. He don't really get a lot of credit like he should, man. I mean, and honestly, man, if it wasn't for LL, it wouldn't be no Drake. Point blank, period. Really because wouldn't. I mean, he put the foundation for all that. Oh, women.
Yeah, it wouldn't be no Drake. There wouldn't be no Ja Rule.
No.
Wouldn't be no 50.
No.
Because, you know, 50, he was talking junk about Ja Rule singing, then he turned around and started doing the same thing. It was like, dude, what you doing? But yeah, man, it's, you know, the 80s, man, that was a great era for hip-hop, man, because that was when it was really just blossoming. You know, they still weren't getting treated fair as far as money and royalties and all that, but it really did something for the fans. You know, I think fans got more out of the 80s hip-hop than the actual artists did. If you know what I mean? If you look at it, because a lot of record labels were screwing artists over or just wasn't giving them enough exposure and all of that good stuff. So,
and then that trickled down to the actual people. Yeah. I mean, if you look at Roxanne Shante, my man's like, I had a duffel bag full of money and I left it in the toilet and someone picked it up. Like, dude, nah, you're not going to do that.
Right.
Not in Queens.
Exactly.
You know better than that.
Exactly.
Come on.
The 80s, man, it transitioned, you know, because the early 80s, you had like the Sugar Hill Gang and the Furious Five and all of them. But by the end of the 80s, by 89, you had the Symphony, where people were just getting lyrical and just trying to destroy it. You know, of course, you had some lyrical people before that, but by the end of the 80s, everybody was just like, nope, I'm better. Nope, I'm better. Nope, I'm better.
Shoot, though, but you got to give it to Melly Mel when it comes to command.
Yeah, man, Melly Mel's a beast, man.
God,
you know, and
a lot of people don't give him due neither, man. I mean, some of the stuff is old and some of the stuff is simplistic, but if you listen to him, it's like, damn, this mug rap right. Really, that's where everybody got their shit from.
Mm-hmm. And then you had people like Grandmaster Caz, who was getting screwed over by, you know, your boy from Sugar Hill Gang. Because he was writing all them rhymes and he was using them, and, you know, those were some dope rhymes, and it was just like, wow, you know what I mean? To find out that later on that, oh, okay, so you didn't even write those.
Damn, yo.
You know what I mean?
I used the line that he talked about, and rest in peace to Big Bang Kane, but he said, Kurt Cass says, I don't wish nothing bad on him. I don't wish nothing good either. I say that all the time when somebody like fuck me over or some shit, or like just do something shady. It's like, I don't wish nothing bad on you. I don't wish nothing good for you either. It's just like
But yeah, you're right, Dom. You had a lot of people going bankrupt. TLC went bankrupt because the record label wasn't really doing them right. You know, they was not really explaining stuff to them. I think MC Hammer, I think he went bankrupt because he was just spending too much.
But now Hammer actually got a little money now.
Yeah,
I think what he
I'm talking about back when he.
But now he invested in YouTube when it first came. Like when it was. That's from what I've heard. He invested in YouTube when it was like in its infancy.
Oh, that's what's
and
up,
he's like,
I'm sure he benefiting from that now. Stupid money right there, man. YouTube has just gotten ridiculous.
Hammer just dancing,
right?
Hammer.
So yeah, man, there's some stories behind Hammer, man. There's a video out there where Redman said that Hammer stepped to him. Did you ever see that?
Yeah, it was on Vlad. Because he was dissing him. You know, Cool J was dissing him. They was all like. But nah, Hammer gangster, man. You got Hammer from Oakland, son. Yeah. He's from the same area Pac from, yo.
Right. He wasn't scared of nobody.
He was scared. He said, yeah. So Hammer came through. He had all this stuff. He was like, yes, sir. Yo, if you got somebody that like had a Redman like that,
yeah, exactly.
Yo, shout out to Redman though, man. Like he really keeping it live too, man.
Yeah, he got a new album.
Yep.
We got to look out for that. Muddy Waters 2. Man, listen. I had that was one of the ones I threw away, Muddy Waters. The first one.
I had the single for the Whatever Man and the That's How It Is with is it That's How or How We Do It with K Solo. K Solo. Yeah.
So I had that whole album, man. As soon as it came out, I think it was like within the first 2 or 3 days I went and bought it. I was like, I gotta have that, man.
So I think what Redman I had the one that came out in '98. Which one was that one?
Docs the Name.
I think that is it.
Yeah, I think that's Docs the Name. Jumping out planes, Docs the Name, plane. That's the one that had the joint.
Middle name must be fuck you, because everybody get a come. Fuck you. I'll be that. I'll be that.
Yeah, he had a video for that joint too.
Oh man,
that was funny, man. He's another one that don't get enough credit, man. You know, because
he kind of had like the whole funny style, kind of make fun of himself, like right before Eminem came in.
Man, listen, if you go back right now and play the very first verse you ever heard from Redman, which was on EPMD's Hardcore song. It was a song called Hardcore.
Yeah, on the Business as Usual.
Yeah, Strictly Business, one of them. And I think it might have been
Business as Usual.
But he just took over that whole song. And I remember when I first heard it, I was like, yo, who is this dude? He is a monster.
Oh no, brothers on the jock when he was on there too. He's like, no little buck can fuck with the brown house, kick, backflip, semi-forward. Yo, my man went in.
If you want to hear some verses, man, where you just get blown away from just some pure lyricism, that song EPMD's Hardcore is called Hardcore. There's one from Busta Rhymes called Flip Mode Squad versus Def Squad. Have you ever heard that one? Oh my God, Redman! It's the whole Flip Mode. They rhyme and the whole Def Squad rhymes. Well, not the whole crew because I don't think Eric Sermon's on this. It's Redman, Keith Murray, and Jamal. Yeah, and then it's in versus Busta Rhymes. What's his brother's name? Rampage. And the other dude. It's like 3 from Flip Mode and 3 from Def Squad. And it's just called Flip Mode versus Def Squad.
You know, that's just...
Man. Redman just murdered that song.
Those 90s years had some gems. And they had like a lot of strange collabs that you don't really see anymore.
Yeah, man.
You really don't see a lot of those. Man.
Yeah, so y'all, that's something to go check out. EPMD's Hardcore song. That's the very first song Redman was official on in the business. And then Flip Mode Squad versus Def Squad. Redman just, out of all 6 of the rappers, Redman killed it. Even he killed Busta on that song.
Dang! And that's hard to fucking do.
That's hard to do.
Because Busta like,
I don't know what Redman was smoking on that day, but he just brought out the beast. It's like, I'm trying to think of what he said. He said, manslaughter in alphabetical order for 4 quarters, raw water, turned sons to granddaughters. I was like, it was so dope. It was like, yo, it's like something he say, man. It's so dope. It's like a slow boom bap beat, so it really gives you time to really get raunchy and get aggressive on that beat. It's not all fast where you can't really pick up what they're saying. It's nice and slow, and he really just goes in. You know what I mean? Like a Godzilla flow.
Yo, so they had a comparison. So we were talking about Redman. It was back in like 2016 when he did the Cypher BT. They were trying to compare him like to Jay-Z and say who would win in a battle.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, man. That would be kind of tough.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it depends though.
It's like
it depends because I think Red pretty hungry. Jay kind of just, you know what I'm saying?
Jay when Jay battles people, he battles like Pac. He's more so just trying to do his best to cut deep. Because somebody like Pac, they're not as lyrical as somebody like Biggie, so you gotta cut deep. You know, you gotta say stuff that like, that's why I'm F you fat. You know what I mean? Pac was dope. But he was dope.
Shit, he would.
But Pac was just trying to come in and just cut deep. So he was just basically like, I'm just gonna hurt you as much as I can. But he cannot out-rap Biggie per se.
Nah,
a lot of people say Hit 'Em Up was like the hardest diss song ever, and it was hard, but it was only because he was just trying to really just cut jugular, you know what I mean? Hit below the belt, all that kind of unfair stuff. And that's what Jay was. You know, Jay was more so, you know, I'm going to embarrass you as bad as I can. I'm going to cut you deep. You know, I'm going to talk about Nas, and I was in the back
I don't
city
care if you Nas Mob Deep.
You know
Trigger the fool.
Yeah. Left condoms on your baby seat. You know what I mean? It's like, dude.
That's Nas. He ain't want to hope. No.
So it's just like Jay has a little bit of both. Jay can rap, but he feels like if I'm a battle you, I gotta try to kill you. I can't really just go lyricism for lyricism. I gotta try to bring up past stuff, you know what I mean? Like 50 Cent, you know, I'm gonna try to really tell people about, oh, back in the day, you used to be a ballerina. I got the pictures, I seen you. You know what I mean? So, but honestly, you know, if it wasn't for stuff like that, Prodigy would have been probably better off in that battle if it wasn't for him trying to embarrass him so hard. You know what I mean?
Now, trust me now, Mob.
Yeah,
they responded to his ass.
Oh yeah,
but
they was just releasing song after song, killing them. I was like, dang.
But you know what though? Jay didn't get bodied like 50 got bodied with like the locks. Man. God, the locks just kept coming. Yeah. Jada kept coming and coming.
Killing him, man. Nas did the same thing. But see, Nas didn't have to do a whole bunch of songs for 50. Nas was just like, okay, I'm just going to put out a little ether type song and just take you down once and for all. And 50 really couldn't come back from that.
Yeah,
so Jada was just like, I'm gonna just keep stomping.
It wasn't even just Nas. You had Jada Kiss, Nas, Fat Joe, fucking Jizza.
Right. Yeah, man. Because I mean, 50 was just, like, you know, he was all about just mouthing off. Man,
yeah, 50 got a little reckless. I mean, I still kind of like 50 though, because he kind of had that Pac cadence. You know, him, DMX, they kind of had that Pac cadence.
Yeah.
And the thing that was cool about 50 though, when he did that Get Rich and Die Trying, you know, him, Dre, and all that stuff. I mean, it was good. You know, it was good for the culture.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was. It was a good album, man. I mean, but he needed. That's. I don't know. It's like for me, I like 50. You know, he's good, but I don't know if he would have been as big as he is right now had it not been for him just always just starting beefs, riding on that.
Yeah, How to Rob. Y'all listened to that the other day, man. How to Rob. I ain't heard that in years.
Yeah, man. That was 99, I think, or 2000.
Flip busted the flip mode squad on the floor. I said, is that enough? I said, give me some more.
Don't make me put 4 in that Bentley coupe, though.
Oh, man.
When he say he was going to stick RZA for them funny ass rings. He ain't want none of that. But, man, RZA was a dope MC, man. I believe RZA could have been a good battle rapper. I don't think he really got into no beefs like that, but RZA was dope, man.
I mean, you got a gang of motherfuckers on a group, and every motherfucker can rhyme. Nobody ain't really fucking with you,
right?
I mean,
that's true.
And they would have to be like big. You know what I'm saying? Like, no pun intended, Biggie, like that type of that level to really fuck with Wu-Tang.
Yeah, man.
And really, he ain't had no problem with the whole Wu-Tang. It was more like Ray and Ghost because the whole King of New York thing. Yeah. Cause he cool with meth. You know what I'm saying? You know. But they all squashed that beef.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure they all squashed it now. But back then, you know, he was just really trying to get a name for himself. And I think the How to Rob song was a clever way of doing it. But I think that the elders who were already in the music business, like Wu-Tang and all of them, they should have just kind of let it ride and ignored it, because you more so gave him fame from your response. You know what I mean? Jay responded, Wu-Tang responded. You know what I mean? Everybody was just responding. It was just like, it's not even necessary. Ja Rule.
Now, Jay got him slick, though. That shit was funny, though. He was like, yeah, you know I'm going to have to get you, right? And my man was like, I ain't know I'm about to die. What the fuck is 50 Cent? Yeah. It's like, man, I didn't know he was going to get me now.
Yeah, man. But see, that's why Jay is so smart like that. Because Jay was like, I'm not going to waste time doing a whole bunch of songs. I'm just going to get you with this one line. Now, Jay and him did throw a few jabs back and forth on some other songs, but that was the one where Jay really just kind of put him in his place. I'm about $1. What the is 50 Cent?
So, I ain't know he would do that now.
And I wasn't even a Jay fan at that time, and I was like, oh! That was so dope to me. So, you know, it was clever. You know what I mean? So, that's hip hop for you, man. You know what I mean? Man. I think that's the only reason that Jay lost to Nas, because he tried to really just cut deep, and Nas was too smart and scientific. You know, Nas got a lot of knowledge, and Nas knows how to formulate stuff to really, you know what I mean, outwit you. And so I think if Biggie and Pac had gone on back and forth, Biggie would have probably done the same thing.
Yeah, Biggie would have. I think Biggie, if he responded, he'd eventually won.
Yeah, because I mean.
But I don't know though, because see, really, a lot of people like Pac, so a lot of people might have, you know, sided with Pac because, like, yeah, he just hit hard. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those things that, you know, like when you in the hood and you coming up and you know how y'all be snapping on each other, we would get the cracking on each other. The one who wasn't as smart would always just say something to cut deep. You know what I mean? Your mama's a prostitute. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, whoa, where'd that come from?
Your mama like a shotgun. One cock and she blow.
So, you know, the person who's not as witty is going to say stuff like that. It's going to try to cut deep. So that's you know, that's why if Biggie and him really would have went at it, Biggie would have won that. You know what I mean? Yeah. But to me, Nas and Jay-Z was the newer generation's version of Big Daddy Kane and Rakim.
Oh yeah,
because Nas had the scientific rhyme style like Rakim, and Jay had the more flow, the fast. Big Daddy Kane, you know, you can tell he's more of a product of Big Daddy Kane, and Nas is more of a product of Rakim.
Jay and Big is a product of Big Daddy Kane. Yeah. Shit, I mean, it just is what it is.
Yeah, Big too.
Yeah,
because I mean, you know, Biggie, you know, came up, you know, during that time too. So, but yeah, I think, you know, that's, to me, when I first heard the Nas and Jay-Z, I was like, this was the universe answering my prayers, because I always wanted Big Daddy Kane and Rakim to really just go back and forth. But since we couldn't get that,
we can't get that, but
we're gonna give you their sons. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
So,
well, yeah, then and actually with the Rakim and Big Daddy Kane, I think Big Daddy Kane actually put the money up. I think Rakim like denied.
Oh, I don't know. I know Big Daddy Kane said he would do it for the money, but I don't remember.
I don't think Rakim put up or whatever.
Oh, okay.
I would love to see that though, because I mean, actually, I would love to see like Rakim, KRS-One, and like Big Daddy Kane battle.
Yeah. Yeah, Big Daddy Kane said he wanted to battle KRS-One. He actually wanted, but they was friends, and so Big Daddy Kane kind of just chose to stay out of it. Like, you know, you battling with my homeboy, but me and you were homeboys too, so I'm gonna just back up.
Well, I think he did that too because he didn't too much like Shan either, or was it?
Well, he was cool with Shan. It was just that Shan wasn't cool with him. Shan was kind of treating him like, oh, I've been here first. Now this new guy coming in trying to get all the respect. Mm-hmm. So Shan, you know, there was an interview where Kane was talking about it. He was like, yeah, Shan used to always, you know, talk to me like I wasn't shit. You know, he would just call me the new guy. Yeah. You know, they going out to get something to eat. Oh yeah, bring the new guy. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, every time they go to the studio, where's the new guy at?
Big Daddy Kane, the new guy.
Right. So
can you imagine that?
Right.
The new guy.
Shan was definitely out first, but Big Daddy Kane has more of a legendary status. So I think Shan let the fame go to his head, and I think that's what messed him up because when he tried to rebattle KRS-One a few years ago, what was it, 2015?
Yeah.
He still lost again. Yeah, it was just like, dude, stop it, man.
Even Master Ace came and talked about that. It's like, man, come on. Y'all was on stage performing together.
Right.
Performing the bridges over together and singing the fucking disses and the fucking song. Like, dead that already.
Yeah, let it go. Shan was just holding a grudge, man. And I think he just felt like I didn't get a fair chance to really show my skills.
And he was like, yeah, man, I did this and I signed Snow.
Yeah.
In the farmer.
Snow was a one-hit wonder, dude. It's like, come on, man. And I mean, remember they did the commercial? They battled in the commercial, the Sprite commercial, Shan and KRS-One. Yeah, they had a Sprite commercial where they actually were standing in a boxing ring rapping against each other.
Wow.
About Sprite. It was so dope.
That must be way better.
And they did it where they played the bridge, the beat to Shan's The Bridge, and he rapped over that, and then KRS comes in and raps over The Bridge Is Over beat. And so, you know, and I think Mr. Magic was the referee. It was so dope. Yeah. So yeah, definitely check that out if y'all never saw. I'm sure it's on YouTube.
Yeah, we gotta do.
You know, MC Shan versus
shout out to Sprite. Shout out to Sprite because you know that's the black drink, and we just drink the hell out of Sprite.
Yeah, man, Sprite was putting us on in the early '90s. Yo. All those commercials they had. Large Professor, Grand Poobah did a commercial with them. Biggie did one. Biggie did a St. Ives commercial.
Yeah.
But it was a bunch of us doing Sprite commercials, man. It was so dope. Pete Rock and CL Smooth did one. So. But yeah, so yeah, definitely, you're right about that. But yeah, man, so that we ain't gonna hold y'all too much.
Yeah, I think we kind of went a little longer than we want to, but we kind of geeked out.
Yeah, the Spectrum worker's waking up over there. I might have to go handle him in a minute, so we're gonna shut it down before they try to mess with us.
Yeah.
But y'all look for us next week. If anything changes, you know, we'll let you know. But look for us next weekend on Saturday, and we'll let y'all know on the page what the theme of it is going to be if we decide to do an 80s theme, because we considering that, you know what I mean. So I don't know if we you know, things might change. Right now, we gonna shoot for that.
And this is the perfect shit to go out to.
You know what I mean? Come on, man. Yo, I miss beats like that, man.
Man, I'm telling you, man, like, Jam Master Jay is fucking
iconic,
incredible.
Man. Iconic.
Incredible. And any beat that he got, I'm telling you, man.
And Run DMC, man, they was just so iconic and legendary and all of that. Any of them words you can think of, man. It's like they really ushered in a lot more lyricism because they took it from, you know, and and they took that and said, we're gonna just go in the straight lyrics, because Run, he had a flow where he would just you'd be like, oh snap.
Well, they were still kind of had like the simple rap, but they did it in a way where like it was definitely the bridge between the old and the new school. It definitely bridged.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They definitely had some of the old school flavor, but they started. I think they were one of the ones that really helped usher it in. You know what I mean?
Shout out to DMC.
Yeah, shout out to DMC. It was real dope that we got to meet him. So But anyway, man, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Thank y'all for checking us out week after week. And, tell your friends about the page. Anybody who likes hip hop, just tell them to check out the page and like it. And for Triad Hip Hop Podcast, this is your man, Kurt Dog.
And I'm Howie.
And we're going to see y'all next time. Peace.